the Cicero Planning Board meeting. Thank you. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Jim, would you lead us off, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is the approval of the August 21st minutes. Any questions or comments? Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second,
Mr. Dubois,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
yes.
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Next, we'll open the meeting to public comment. If there's anybody in the audience that would like to address the board on any active application, you may do so now. Please come forward. Given nobody's approach, we'll close the public input and move on to the first agenda item. This is a public hearing for two lot at 7315 East Taft Road. And the applicant is Jason Downing. The applicant here.
Evening, how's everybody doing?
Well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I have, believe I was required to bring a survey for each member. Yeah, so I have those, going into this, yeah.
Please. Thank you. Thanks. How many do you have? Okay.
I have two more. Good. I also have, before we, I might as well talk about there a couple times, I also have the traffic plans and the approval on the. I know that was something I need to find. That's the approval. That's the septic design. I didn't speak to the approval, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matters, and I also have, people from the county Department of Planning for the address, so the address for the subdivided lot that he have, 7337. I don't know if that was, needed for tonight or whatnot, but I got it and like, they're very happy. So they sent it to you guys, but we leave it down there.
We're all set with that. You can just give a quick description of what we're doing, and then we'll open it for public comment.
Subdivided a piece of property to build another residence. For the approval, let's say the approval of septic plans for a 3-bedroom ranch. So, we can close to each other, the kids can stay close. Build another structure so that, the approval process town is better.
Okay, great. Thank you. With that, we'll open up the public comment. If there's anybody here who'd like to address the board on this particular application, you may do so now. Given nobody's approach, we'll close the public hearing. Mark, how are you with the new plans? Are you set or do you need some time?
No, we're all set. If the county's approved it, the size looks reasonable for the size of the lot that is being put on. So yeah, I think we're all set.
Any questions from the board?
No.
Gentlemen,
No,
Neil,
it's
you're
pretty
good?
straightforward.
I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yeah.
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes for the seeker. Neil, would you pose a motion for approval, please?
Yes.
And would somebody like to make that a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes. You're all set. Thank you. The next agenda item is a site plan. This is for Cicero Dumpster Services, property at Stewart Drive. So Tim,
People do, the things that have changed as far as the map, the last time we were here. If you recall, the fire department wanted us to pave this section and strike it off with a note that there'll be no parking in this area for the turnaround. We have added asphalt down on the south, or actually here, with some patching, so that the fire department can more easily come through here. And we redesigned our red lines as far as the distances to the fire hydrant. Other than that, the other new part when we finally got the renderings for the new building as far as you guys should have copies.
yeah, we got it.
For the new building, other than that, and we did get our FAA from the government. Other than that,
Mr. Leonard, you all set? Thank you. Open up the questions, Mr. Duval.
Okay, all the parking area is paved, correct?
all the parking areas paved. This is where all the cars are gonna be parked in this area. This area is gonna be paved, and this is where all the dumpsters on this gravel area. This area will have no dumpsters or.
Okay, so it's gonna be blacktop and concrete?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good.
Mr. Abbey,
you mentioned, parking for employees?
There's gonna be employee parking, and really nobody comes to the site as far as customers, but
Right,
yes, all parking.
okay, I didn't know they had employees, maybe a couple.
Only a couple.
And the other illustration will there be exterior lighting?
Yes, we have a couple of wall packs, I believe, and we I think it's on the sheet. There's a wall pack, so we have a wall pack here.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Ms. Scanlon,
So we're not gonna look at the rendering at all? So inside there will be a restroom, right? We talked about that before? I don't think that was on there.
Floor plan, I think we could expand the
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure there was gonna be one. I think everything looks nice on the outside too. I don't have any more questions.
Mr. Bloss.
I'm all set.
Mark, can you go to the site plan, please? You know, a question for you. This building here on the other lot, it encroaches slightly. Do we care about that? Thought so. I just want to make sure. And Tim, the road that comes through here, did you say that that's like an easement?
They're gonna get this conveyed by this property owner.
I mean, up on this end.
This, this is not, there is an easement over it for other access to the parcel. So this is the speed driveway out here. So this parcel over here does access to here. The reason we did not utilize it.
The reason I'm asking is, you know, initially the driveway was gonna come up through here and it was gonna clean up this area. Now it's being left as proposed. I don't know if that's ever gonna be a road where normal traffic is gonna go through. Should we address this now, or is it never gonna be an issue? I just, Mark, can you do an aerial?
Yeah, I think you're talking about this area.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like,
It's crap. I think this goes down into the airport property.
it does.
I think there's a glycol facility. Recycling. Treatment facility access. Here. So it does get traffic through it. I don't think it would ever become a public road, but it certainly cleaning this up would, I don't think, would be a good thing. And, you know, there's no use for it right now.
Right, but just,
Taking grass it.
it's kind of like stone and pavement and kind of, yeah, just grass it. And that's all I have. Zach,
I'm all set, thank you.
Steve,
I'm also, thanks.
Neil? Right, I'm fine with that. Mark, anything additional?
No.
I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes,
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes for the seeker. Neil, would you propose a motion as discussed?
Yes, we did that. Yeah. Years. To the side, segment number 7-14, 32. The full one is, on one. First is running for all of this, Hopefully, by reference, we will say when we go to the but
Get the cleanup of this, the stone, was that in there?
the applicant will clean up the stone on the area of the east side of the property.
Converting it to grass. be converted to rents. Would somebody like to make that a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
Second,
Do a second. Mr. Duval,
Yes,
Mr. Abbey,
yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes. You're all set. Thank you.
here, Tim.
Next item on the agenda is also a site plan. This is a proposed church for 5703 State Route 31. Tim, welcome. We're here roughly about 3 months ago. This is the old Spirits, I think it was, the Halloween store there on East 31. They are looking to proposing a church here. Couple of the main changes is reduce the amount of fees and impose occupancy of the building. Bringing it down from, I think we had like 100 last time to down to 60. Proposed inside the building, which then effectively helped us with our parking layout and what parking numbers. So there's a couple things with this site. We are going to be doing a lot line adjustment to this property. So if you look at it right now, this here, and what to the left, it's an existing parcel here. And this is an existing parcel here. That has the existing building that we're going to utilize. This is the residence that's being rented out right now. There's a driveway here that this property is using. And we have an existing drive here that we're going to utilize. We're going to separate the two. We're going to put some landscaping in here, and we're adding like this parking area specifically to this parking area. And we're cutting off right now, you can actually drive between these two. Understand it's all owned by the same person. But the big thing is we can't move forward. We have to do a lot line adjustment to combine these parcels and subdivide out this. But in order to do that, we also have to do a variance as far as the lot itself, because some of these will be code. Now, this one right now needs code and this one doesn't need code. So we're basically blocking as far as the frontage is concerned. But we wanted to make sure that the board specifically came in and looked at the parking situation so that we could go for our variances prior to it. Obviously, we can't get approved, so we wanted to not change anything with our lot lines and parcel lines before we go to the variances and stuff. Did add the curving in this area for the island we did here as well. To make sure that as far as the overall occupancy and the parking numbers, we utilized some various towns around us to use them as a resource for parking numbers. As far as the ratio of parking to and we wanted to use but specifically one thing that we did look up in nationwide. Occupancy for a church is roughly 44%. Most churches, 44% of only have 1 to 50 at any time. So the maximum is 50. Use that number for the parking layout to make sure that we adequately address the number of people. That all makes sense. It does, yeah. Much better ratios than the first time. Yeah. And we did talk to the fire department about this. So we had the fire department basically the one that had this 10-foot access to the. You know, we doing an approval subject to the, so they've got to go there. That thing to go say, well, the ZBA can approve it, but we. You know, all right. Jim, any questions?
So how many parking spaces are we up to?
20 proposed parking spaces. There, right now, there's a listing total of 24, but we're down to 26.
Okay, and you feel that's adequate? And
Roughly one part, one car per.
so no more overflow at the park and ride? Okay. Good.
Chuck?
This rendering 105, is that a view from 31?
Yes. So the one big thing is we want to take down the stop that's there right now.
Yeah.
So much.
Well, what I'm looking at is, it shows like a second floor with a,
Dormers?
That's just doing.
okay, fake, all right. And then to the far left, used to be a garage maybe, or it appears to be a garage.
I think that's what it used to, but it's all part of the interior.
Okay.
I think it started out as a residential house. And started building.
Mhm. Well, personally, what looks like an old garage and really isn't. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe another window or a shutter putting in there to tie both structures together. In the garage part, I would like to see a window or some treatment in
Okay.
here. They said that would pull it away from looking at a tacked on garage from the outside. But anyway, it'd be a big improvement than what's there and has been there.
All set, Chuck?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Mary?
So how many parishioners are there? Only 15? Okay.
Can you come up, sir? Give your name for the record. Thank you. So how many?
Right now, but
15, okay. So there's only one handicap parking spot? Is that, okay,
That's more than adequate, yeah, for the number of total parking spaces.
okay. And then, along you know how you put landscaping along the property that's next door? Is there any way some can be put? No, on the other, near the road? Yeah, I just worry that people are gonna, if your, church, the parishioners grow, if there is not enough parking, they'll be parking on the grass.
The problem would be is, like, this is literally the boundary line of the road.
Okay.
We're not allowed to go in this area. The only other thing I would say that I wouldn't want to put much for landscaping in here for site distance purposes, like. But we don't have much room here to physically put something. I can look at maybe. And maybe reduce this.
No, but isn't the drive in, isn't there enough room there for visibility? Like, won't they be pulling out? There? Okay. How do I work that? Yes, I don't know how to work that. Not fun. So won't cars be pulling out here before they pull out on the road?
Yep.
So it wouldn't be blocking this visibility if we put something along here.
If we can fit it, I'll try to fit something.
Okay. And also it will, you know, kind of go with our new design standards of not having the parking out front. It would kind of shield it. That's all I had.
Done?
My question is, if the same individual owns all of this property, is there a chance, if need be, to put more parking spaces, when you look at, see, he owns this property too. Okay. If need be, could they,
If need be in the future, yeah.
yes, I'm talking future.
Yep, we could do that. We'd have to come back and then we're trying to avoid utilizing or doing anything with this parcel because then we're gonna add it to the lot line adjustment as far as.
Okay, yeah,
But yes, in the future, if they needed to, they could in theory carve off a piece of this. Because he's
Okay.
gonna continue to be the owner.
I'm all set.
Tim, what about some landscaping on the east side? Zach,
I'm all set. Thank you.
Steve, Neil, Mark,
All set.
we're all set for now, unless you have anything.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Come on back up. This is for T&L Companies. This is Lions Run. First item is the minor subdivision.
Yes.
So this is a revision of the already filed subdivision, section 2. So we're calling this section 2 amended. The original subdivision had 23 lots.
Yep.
This one now has 25 lots, and I'll explain that. in
Thank you.
just a second. So, as I was saying, the original, there's nothing changing as far as section 2's original lot configuration. What it was is these two lots, 25 and 26, were never part of the original subdivision. What it was is this road was not extended through, okay? So this part of the road is not included in section 2. Because they didn't have room for a turnaround, they didn't put two lots in. Now we are actually in the first phase of the subdivision that's immediately to the south, which is the next thing on the agenda. So they were able to extend the road out into the southerly property. Therefore, now they're coming back to create and get approval for these two lots. They're on the same side as all the other lots. But you just see what the last time.
Any questions, Jim?
No.
Chuck,
All set also.
Mary,
All set.
All set.
as am I. Zach,
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. Mark, you're good. I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Seeker passes. Neil, would you pose a motion for approval, please?
Yes, and hereby advised, section 185(6) of the code, we have to have 90 days The map, the application, this is the name of the property that. We have to state and notify the planning. And planning of the chairman of the planning board, may be signing on the final plan to verify that the. Any on this.
And would somebody like to make that a motion?
I'll make that one.
The town of the applicant shall park the amount of $2,500 per lot in the street of June and Campbell in full before presentation. The chairman, the planning board, the town.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes,
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
thank you.
Great.
The Tim night.
Now we're doing the major subdivision. No, go ahead.
yeah.
Same project. This is the major subdivision.
This is technically line going south. This is the first section of the property to the south of the original line run. So the lot we were just talking about are up here. So up here, the existing lines run subdivision that's been, that's basically all built out. Down here is the now lines run south. We have, 4 or 5 sections that are going to be down here. This is the first section of that south, parcel. We extended the road through, and this road gets extended through over here. Roughly it is, 13 lots. One thing I just want to make sure everyone's clear on is block 107. So everybody, that's me. Block 107 comes like this. Okay, and this portion up here and this portion up here is all lot 107. And now actually this is all lot 108. What it is per the agreements with the wetlands, for the wetland permits that got for all the wetlands that are throughout subdivisions is what we're doing out there. PEC specifically wanted to make sure those wetlands were all part of one part.
Interesting.
Part of the permitting process. Actually, originally, they wanted us to add this all as 107 as well. Here, but the engineer talked to the PEC last year, they agreed that 108 could cover the wetlands on this side and 107. I've talked to them again, but still they're just worried that if too much of the wetlands are split into different ownership, it gives more people an opportunity to serve the wetlands.
They're still gonna.
Not for anything, nobody's gonna do anything back here except for these people anyway, that are over here. You have a conservation easement over all the wetlands and the drainage easement over all the wetlands.
Jim, questions? Chuck,
Good also.
Who's gonna
Mary?
mow that?
what's that?
Is 107 gonna have to mow all that?
You can't really move stuff.
It's
Oh,
what,
it's all wet? Constantly wet? Okay,
just gonna be grown over, yeah.
okay. All right, I don't have anything.
Don,
All set.
I'm all set. Zach?
Thank you.
Nothing, thank you.
Yeah,
All set.
Mark,
I'll say.
have you ever seen that?
Uh,
Something new with that?
yeah.
I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr. Bloss?
Yes.
I vote yes for the seeker. Neil, would you propose a motion for approval, please?
Final plan, you know, The applicant hereby amends the pursuant to section 156, subsection F of the code. The applicant may make a conclusion to file a minute. The applicant filing deadline is the 22nd. The applicant further notified the pursuant to the road sign of the final plan to obtain verified. So the applicant has to do all necessary agreement to come and obtain a security of current place. 3. To the town code, the applicant for the park is in $800 per lot. And to the being able to show presentation to the
Would somebody like to make that a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
Yeah,
Mr. Bloss,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Have a good night. Last agenda item is a sign application. This is for JJ Equipment. Good evening.
Thank you.
thank you.
Can you provide your name, please? Thank you. What's that? Jim, questions?
No.
Chuck?
The expansion, I assume, is the top section.
Yes.
And before that, was it down into the upright part? Previously, was it not on top, but tied in with the other?
It was previously designed as a two-post, one panel sign.
Okay, yeah. Oh, looks good. The lighting, what's the lighting situation on that?
Just the top box
Internal?
and all of those brand.
Is that a two-phase sign?
In the location.
Okay, thank you.
Harry?
Those the colors?
Yes.
Reusable from 81?
Yep.
I like it.
John?
I'm all set.
I'm all set. Zach?
So, thank you.
Steve?
Thank you.
Bill? Mark, any comments? Seeker? I'll make a motion for our standard seeker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
Yes,
Ms. Scanlon,
Yes,
Bloss?
Yes.
And I vote yes. The seeker, Neil, would you propose a motion for approval?
Application on a strong sign, 8913 Terrace Drive, proposed revision to the J&J equipment sign. This will approve this on the following one. 13 renders and elevation is presented by the applicant to the planning board in regards to this application to be incorporated by reference to this application and still conform thereto.
Would somebody like to make that a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
Do we have a second?
second,
Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey,
yes.
Ms. Scanlon,
yes.
Mr. Bloss?
Yes.
And I vote yes. You're all set. Any questions or comments from the team? None? Do we have a motion to adjourn? Do
Motion to adjourn.
we have a second?
Second.
Meeting is adjourned.